there are a lot of explosive offenses in the Sun Belt. How do y'all expect to contain some of these during conference play?
I feel like we have one of the most explosive offensive in the Sun Belt. You know, we brought in a lot of guys from different places, so we go against those guys at practice every day. So I feel like we should be able to handle other offenses in the conference.
And you guys added a lot of talented players during the offseason. Do you feel like the secondary is the deepest it's been since in your time here at Texas State?
Oh yeah, most definitely it's the deepest. You know, like I said, we got a lot of transfer guys from other schools. So we got people with experience that can come in and instantly play now. So we have more depth in all positions in the back end.
You, as well as some of your teammates, were named to Phil Steele's preseason All-Sun Belt team. How does it feel to be recognized, you and your teammates to be recognized by major publications?
It feels really good, you know, to be recognized by anything. You know, they just notice how good you are and what you're putting on the field. So it feels good, but we have more work to do, so we can't get satisfied.
And last season, you guys played some tough out-of-conference opponents and struggled defensively, but talked about the new additions, and now the schedules are going to be a little less unaffected by the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we could expect we could expect to see some strides on the defensive side?
Most definitely. You know, we had a lot of injuries last year. We didn't have a lot of depth. So now that we add more depth, we can have more people play special teams, and we can get more people to get a break instead of being on the field the whole night.
Great. And just the last question. Saw you guys cooking last night. Saw some comments on the Twitter saying that you can't cook. What are your responses to the culinary disses?
You know, I'm the best chef out of all my friends, you know, so I ain't really worried about what they talking about, man.
Yeah, what was your favorite dish that you made last night? Or I guess y'all made the gumbo, but what's your favorite Cajun dish? And then
it was definitely the gumbo. The gumbo. Yeah.
You guys got Jamil Jeter and Calvin Hill returning. Is the approach in the run game any different from last year?
As far as running backs, no, it's not any different. You know, we're still going to go out and do our job. You know, run behind those big boys. It all starts with them guys up front. So the same approach. You know, we tried to improve on a lot of different things this offseason, but as far as, you know, we still want to win, still want to do our job to help the team win. So.
You know, the team added some O-line depth, like Coach Spavital was just telling us. How do you think that's going to help the offensive play?
I think it's going to help in a lot of different ways. You know, it's always good to have depth, always good because you never know what's going to happen throughout the season. But and also just as far as competition, you know, those guys are pushing each other in the weight room, on the field. So, I think that's going to help everybody all in all, you know, with just having multiple people that can play at that same position. The competition is always going to rise to the top. So.
Yesterday it was announced that you were on the watch list for the Doak Walker Award. What does it mean to be in consideration for such a prestigious award?
It's an honor, and then it's a blessing. You know, I can't thank those guys enough who nominated me, but at the end of the day, I focus on the team goal, and I'm not, without winning, you know, those individual awards don't come. So I just focus on the team, and I just let the rest take care of the rest.
And how does it feel to be recognized as one of the top backs in the country, too, especially after, you know, the COVID-19 pandemic, you guys coming into the season?
It's a blessing, but once again, I couldn't do it without my teammates. You know, my O-linemen up front, they did a great job blocking for me. So it is a blessing, but like I said, I just want to focus on the team being able to get some wins this year.
Yes, sir. You know, one of the things that we talked to Coach Spavital about is just the QB carousel. Mm-hmm. And since last season, you guys have been having to play with different quarterbacks. But how do you, as a running back, adjust to, you know, all the different quarterbacks that you might be playing with throughout the season?
It's really easy, you know. Both quarterbacks are great, and even adding Ty Evans now to the mix, he's another good quarterback. So, we got faith in both of those guys. We're all three now. Got faith in Brady, Tyler, and Ty. So, it's no different for us. At the end of the day, we're going to go out and do our job, run, pass block for whoever is throwing the ball. We're going to block for them. So, it's really no different for us backs.
And lastly, we saw you and DeJordan last night cooking. What is your favorite Cajun dish, and were you able to cook it last night?
My favorite Cajun dish, being that my people are from Louisiana, I'd probably say my favorite Cajun dish is this okra. My mom makes an okra roux, but we made gumbo, so I didn't get to make the okra, but yeah, we made gumbo, and I think we definitely had the best dish in the room for sure. So.
Started Sunbelt Conference Media Day. How are you feeling?
Feeling good, you know. Like when you get to this time of the year, that means it's go time, you know. And it's kind of, this is the end of talking season, you know. It's now like, let's get the team on campus and let's start working toward what's important, is putting the best football program that we can get out there. But it's a great event. It's a great city to do this in, and there's a ton of excitement. The Sun Belt has done such a tremendous job really over the years, and especially last year, one of the greatest seasons in the history of our conference, and fortunate to be a part of it. We've got Brock Sturges here, our running back. We got DeJordan Mask, our DB here, and a lot of optimism moving into this 2021 season.
Yes, sir. So you talked about DeJordan and Brock Sturges, but what are some of the position groups that have impressed you so far in the offseason?
I think we've improved everywhere. I think in the 2019 season, we had a limited signing class. We had a ton of seniors. We went through the year. It was a really important year for me. The 2019 season was to see, what we needed, to compare ourselves to the rest of the league, facility-wise, to player profile-wise, and traveling and everything. And I thought we did a great job in the 2020 class of upgrading the talent and getting more depth. And now you get into the 2021 season, I think that we've kind of started piecing together all of our needs for this up and coming year. And I think probably the biggest improvement that you guys are going to see is the offense and defensive lines. I think they're a lot bigger and a lot stronger, and we have a ton more depth, and we have a lot more options and variety there.
And one of the positions that's always been of talking points is the quarterback position. You guys have Ty Evans coming in from NC State. How's he affected the quarterback competition in the spring?
Competition brings out the best of everybody, and he came in and elevated Tyler's and Brady's play throughout the course of spring, which is good to see. So I feel really confident and comfortable with these three, kids, with Ty Evans in the mix now, and you've got three kids that I believe that you can go out and win a lot of games with.
Absolutely. So you guys are going to start your season against Baylor, another tough out-of-conference opponent. How do you think that this game and the rest of the non-conference games will prepare you for the Sun Belt Conference?
Yeah, what a great experience for our community, our university, to start, our opener at home on September 4th versus Baylor. It'll be the second Power 5 team in the history of our program to be, in Bobcat Stadium. So I think that's going to be a great game for us, especially versus a program that just came off of a Super Bowl, a Sugar Bowl appearance 2 years ago, and has been in a lot of New Year's Six games. So I think that's going to be a great opportunity to kick our season off. It's a very talented team. Got a lot of respect for Coach Aranda and what he's done in his career, and there's still a lot of talented kids on that team. Just from that Sugar Bowl appearance. So looking forward to playing those guys, and I think it's going to be great for our university to get 100% capacity, and the tailgates will be rolling. So I think it's going to be a fun atmosphere for us all.
Yes, sir. And you guys, were the first team to complete your season during the COVID-19 pandemic, and you guys received a lot of national coverage. Do you think having more eyes on your team brings a new set of challenges?
No, I think it's helped us out. One of the reasons, there was for instance, the SMU game, we had an opportunity to actually cancel that game because we lost all of our tight ends to contact tracing and false positives, COVID protocols. Our kids decided, hey, this will be a great opportunity for our university. It's the first time in the history of our school to play on the main ESPN channel. And I think all the national exposure that we've gotten throughout the course of just playing and doing it early has allowed us, a lot of opportunity to bring in national recruits, because people have their eyes on us. So it's helped us out tremendously.
That's great, Coach. And just last question, as you get ready to start your third season, what are some expectations for this team?
Our expectations are to win. I think this is the third year that I've been, and last year with the eligibility freeze, which I think that's going to be one of the hottest topics moving forward, is how the eligibility is frozen for the players that currently played last year. But we've gained valuable experience, and we were a young team last year, gained that experience, like I said, and I think it's going to pay huge dividends for our program in the future.